functions, first class of functions, and maybe we will have the next one as well on this topic. The simple one. What is a function? A function is like a factory. Like a factory. What does a factory need? A factory needs input, right? The raw materials, whatever that you would put in the factory. For example, if you want clothes, if you want uh, clothes, definitely. So you will give it wool or material, or you will give the machine or anything, and then the factory would do the processing, and then it would give you the output. So a function in maths is also very similar. You give it an input, the function does the work on the input, and it will give you an output. So how do you say this? A function is written like this: fx is equals to a basic example of a function 3x plus 2. Let's suppose this is a function. So function has three parts. First of all, you have to understand there is the name of the function. Name right now is fx. There's a function f. You can have gx as well. You can have lx as well. You can have tx as well. Any, but fx is the most common because f for functions, right? Function is f, and the x is your input. And when you input this thing, something inside it, the value of x, it will solve it, and then you will get the output, and that would be your function value fx.
basically आप substitute करोगे ना?
Yes. And the value of x, we call it now domain. We won't call it input or output. We can call it, but with the more mathematically correct terminology is domain and range. The values of x, we will call it domain, and the values of fx, or this fx can also be written down as y. Fx or y are the same thing, will be called the range. So you have the name of the function, you have the expression of the function, and this is your input. Domain, and whatever after it you will solve it, simplify, and you will get the output. So a basic, a very, very simple, and this is not something like this f is being multiplied with x. These two are separate things. F is the name. It's not a variable. It's not a constant. Okay. It can be anything. It can be G. It can be L. It can be anything. It is a name. F. These two are not variables. It is not G times X. It will be G and X. This is actually what, if something has written fx, f and then bracket and then x, this means that there is a function f in which we will input the values, the parameters, you can say, the parameters of the function. Inputs to the function are written inside the bracket, which is right now x, and which is equals to, let's suppose, 3x plus 2. So if they ask you, if they have given you a function, basic function, given that fx is equals to 10x plus 3, find f2, f3, f minus 10, or the x when fx is 71, something, anything like that, or let's suppose 73. So how would you do this? F2 means the function is right now fx is equals to 10x plus 3. So you can see that they have just replaced the value of x with 2. So they have given you the value of domain. X, I told you, x is the domain. So if they're telling you to use x value as 3, which means the domain is 3. The input is 3. So how would you write? F3, and then you will replace everywhere, wherever you see an x, you would replace it by 3. So 10 times 3 plus 3. This would become 30, and then 3.
सर वन का 2 ही है ये
Yes, 2 है.
फंक्शन.
Nice, nice. I'm making very silly mistakes since morning. I don't know why. And the other class as well. 20 plus 3 is 23. And now this is the range now. Therefore, range is 23. If it is written F3, so F3 would be solved. You would simply replace the value of x by 3 plus 3. So this would come out as 33. That's it. This is the answer. F10 means minus 10 means 10 times minus 10 plus 3, which would be minus 100 plus 3 would be minus 97. Now in the last part, they are asking you to find the domain. They're asking you to find the input when the output is 73. When the fx value is 73.
सर फंक्शन की जगह हम लोगों ने वो डाल देना है
Yes.
73.
Yes.
तो
Now
n
they're
equals to
out.
73 करो.
Sorry, come again.
सर आप equals to 73 करोगे, फिर आप लेफ्ट साइड में ले आओगे तो माइनस हो
Yes.
जाएगा, और इसी तरीके से आप +3 माइनस 73 कर दोगे, उसी से सॉल्व हो जाएगा.
This is your answer. X is 7. So they can do the both thing, opposite part as well. They can ask you to find the input from the output, or they can ask you to find the output from the input. So this is the basic thing. This is the essence. This is the easiest part. And there is, I think, it's the easiest of the chapters. If let's say we have a, let's take a past paper question. You will see the past paper questions are very, very, very similar to this. Let's see if there is functions over here. Functions, 95. And if your algebra, if you have done enough work on the algebra part, then this is the easiest topic. Then you don't need to worry anything about it. It's all about algebra, moving things around, solving, getting the solution. So they are giving you a simple 4 marks for this. Simple 1 mark, sorry, not 4 marks. So they have given you the function hx. I told you they can give you different names. Hx is, but it will work the same way. 2x minus 5. And they have replaced the value of the input is now 4. So h4 would be 2 times 4 minus 5. So 8 minus 5 is 3. Simple. Easiest. 3. For the second part, that was more interesting. I want to discuss that one. The last part. Second part is inverse thing. We will do that later on, maybe tomorrow or in the next class. The third part is more right now of our concern. So they are asking us find the value of t when such that ht is equals to g3. G3 means that they have just input the value of x as 3 over here, right? So you can replace it like this. 3 upon
3 minus 2.
That's it. And then ht means that they have just replaced the value of x as t.
2t minus 5.
Yes, 2t minus 5. So look, this is forming simple algebra. So 2t minus 5 is equals to 3 upon 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 upon 1. Then 2t is equals to minus 5 becomes plus 5, so
4.
8. And the t comes out as 4. So this was looking like a very complicated question. But originally, essentially, this wasn't as complicated. Simple one. So the thing is, because we have taken a lot of time on the algebra part, I am now expecting that you won't be having much difficulty on this thing. Part B, a function is defined by, they have given you the function. Look, the domain is x, the range is fx. Don't forget this. And then they're asking you to find f2. So they have just replaced the value of x as 2 over here. So f2 will be 2 times 2 minus 3 upon 4.
1/4 हो गया ना?
Yeah, simple. 1 upon 4.
0.2.
0.25. So you just replace wherever you had x, you replace it with 2. Then the third part, given that fg is equals to minus g. Fg means that now your x value is g. So over here also you will replace it with g. So this would become 2g minus 3 upon 4 is equals to minus g. And now it is the same as algebra. 2g minus 3 and 4 would go over there and multiply. Minus 4g. Move everything on one side. So 2g
लेकिन जब वो दोनों मल्टीप्लाई होंगे तो मतलब वो -1 हट जाएगा ना?
कहाँ है -1?
माइनस साइन हट जाएगा ना जब वो क्या बोलते हैं 4 चली जाएगा ऊपर तो.
Why would they हट जाएगा? Why? 4 is in the division. When you move it on the side, it would multiply. So 4 is in multiplying, dividing, and then it would just multiply with g minus g.
Okay, sir.
Minus
Okay.
4g. Sign doesn't change when you move from denominator to, which is 1 upon 2. All good? Do you get it?
Yes.
Any questions? Anyone? We will do this in the next class as well. So don't worry if this is seeming to be difficult, but it's not. I'm telling you. If you have done good on the algebra part, then this is an easy topic.